Welcome to your 45-minute yin yoga class for sleep. My name is Jessica. Thank you for being here with me this evening. If you are new to yin yoga, know that this is a slower paced practice. We'll be holding each pose for between 2 to 4 minutes. Props are not required, but I do recommend having them. Maybe a blanket, a bolster or pillow, and definitely a block for support. We'll be incorporating affirmations for each pose this evening to allow for a deeper relaxation. Once you're ready, we'll begin in a restorative child's pose at the back of your mats. You can keep the knees together or you can spread the knees as wide as is comfortable for you, pressing the hips down towards the heels, resting the arms alongside the body with the palms face up, and melting the chest and forehead down towards the ground. You have the option to place a blanket between the hips and heels, and you can also use a pillow to rest between your legs and under your belly for support. And otherwise, coming into this gentle child's pose, finding your own variation as you soften into this space. Allow the eyes to close and start to connect with your breath. Breathing space into the backside body, the spine, low back, and the hips. Soften the neck, the shoulders. Allow the arms to be heavy and breathe space into the sides of the body, feeling the rib cage expand. Our affirmation for this first pose is, I have done my best today, and I'm willing to forgive the rest. I have done my best today, and I am willing to forgive the rest. Repeat this silently to yourself. Release any tension from your body. Soften the face, relax the shoulders. I have done my best today, and I'm willing to forgive the rest. Notice how the body responds to these words. And notice where the mind goes. With your next breath, slowly extend the arms straight out in front of you, preparing to come into puppy pose, which is called melting heart in yin. Begin to lift the hips up and slide your forearms up towards the front of the mat, scooting the knees back slightly if you need to. Extend the arms out in front of you and allow the forehead and your chest to melt towards the ground. The hips are lifted and stacked above the knees. And just start to feel the stretch in the shoulders and the chest. Our affirmation for this pose is, all is well and I am supported. All is well and I am supported. Repeat this silently to yourself. Feel your body relax a bit more with each breath. All is well, and I am supported. Take one more breath here. And then gently come into tabletop by lifting your head up, pressing the palms into the ground to come onto hands and knees. We'll move into sleeping swan. You can place a block or a pillow at the top of your mats, and then slowly slide the right knee toward the right hand, pressing the shin and hips down towards the ground, leveling out the hips. You can place a block or a blanket underneath your right hip. Your back leg is straight. If this is too intense for you here, you can bend the left knee and bring your left shin so that it's parallel with the side of your mat. And this will put less pressure on your right hip and your left hip flexor. Once you've found a comfortable position, you can slowly start to walk the hands forward, hinging from the hips and allowing your upper body to completely relax as you fold forward. Maybe coming down onto the forearms or making a pillow with your hands to rest your forehead on, or using a block or pillow for support. Allow your body to relax. Let go of any tension in the low back, the hips, the glutes. And our affirmation for this pose is, I am free to be in the present moment. I am free to be in the present moment. Repeating this silently to yourself. Notice any sensations, any feelings that arise as you repeat these words to yourself. I am free to be in the present moment. bring your awareness back to your body, slowly allowing yourself to rise back up, pressing into the hands, coming back into tabletop by lifting your right knee up and placing it beside your left knee. From here, pause for a moment and then start to shift the hips from side to side, maybe finding hip circles, moving some of that stagnant energy, and just noticing the sensations in your hips. From here, we'll move to the other side, sliding the left knee towards the left hand, pressing both hips down. And if you'd like, you can use the same props that you used before, maybe grabbing a block or a pillow, or finding that variation with the back knee bent. And once you've found a comfortable position, slowly start to walk the hands forward, draping your upper body over your left leg and resting your forehead on a prop or on top of your hands or maybe on the mat. And start to bring awareness to your body's physical response to this stretch, broadening through the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades draw apart. Feel the stretch in the left hip, and feel the front of the right hip open. As you soften your belly closer towards the earth, allow yourself to fully sink into this nourishment, feeling supported and grounded. Our affirmation for this pose is: as I inhale peace, I exhale release. As I inhale peace, I exhale release. Continue to inhale with presence and allow each exhale to bring you closer and closer to peace. Take about 3 more rounds of breath here. On your last breath, slowly begin to lift yourself up, pressing into your hands to lift your left leg up and place your left knee beside your right, coming into tabletop pose. Start to find some movement by shifting the hips. And then make your way into a seated position. Extend your right leg out in front of you and bend your left knee, placing your foot inside of your right leg. We're going to come into a forward fold over the right leg. If you have a block, you can place it inside of your right leg. You could also place a pillow on top of your block or your leg. Once you feel grounded, start to hinge from your hips and release your upper torso over your right leg. Either let the head and neck hang heavy or rest your forehead on a prop. Allow your arms to rest alongside your right leg. Let go of any effort here. Feel the stretch along the entire backside body, behind the right hamstring, the mid and upper back, and try to relax the shoulders and the face. Our affirmation for this pose is, I am deeply grateful for all that I have. I am deeply grateful for all that I have. Repeating this mantra to yourself and perhaps reflecting on all that you are grateful for. Gently bringing your awareness back to your breath. And then on your next breath, slowly start to lift yourself up out of this stretch. Pausing here for a moment, closing the eyes and noticing how you feel. Take a gentle twist to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee. Come back to center and switch sides. Extend your left leg straight out in front of you, arranging your prop if you have one to best support you. And turn to face your left leg. Begin to root down through your sitting bones and slowly walk the hands forward, allowing your belly and chest to melt forward, drawing your chin towards your chest or supporting your head with the prop. Let your arms rest alongside your left leg. And repeat the following affirmation. I love and appreciate my body. I love and appreciate my body. Take 3 more breaths here. And slowly lift yourself up into your upright seated position, taking a moment to come back to stillness. Take a gentle twist to the right, bringing your left hand to your right knee. Come back through center, removing your props for a moment to bring the soles of the feet together. Find a tall spine as you come into butterfly pose. Slide the feet away from you into a diamond shape. And before folding forward, bring any props back to your mat. You can place a blanket or pillow in between the hips and feet. An option to take a binded variation here by bringing the arms underneath the legs, palms face up, and wrapping your hands around the tops of the feet, coming into a fold. Or you can take a traditional variation by simply placing the arms over the legs and gently resting your hands on your feet or the floor. So finding whatever variation feels good, letting the head and neck relax in your forward fold, softening into this shape, and using your breath to shift you into a deeper sense of stillness. Allowing your inhales to match the same length as your exhales. As you bring your awareness back to your breath, notice the pause in between each inhale and each exhale. And repeat the following affirmation. I rest inside this pause. I rest inside this pause. Continuing to create space as you breathe. I rest inside this pause. Take 3 more breaths. With your next inhale, gently push your hands into the ground and very slowly roll yourself up. Removing your props to the side, bringing the knees together, and we're going to lay down on our backs. So making your way down onto the spine, and once you're there, hug your knees into your chest. Slowly rock side to side, giving your low back a gentle massage. And then place your feet on the ground, knees straight up towards the ceiling, and rest the arms alongside your body. Close your eyes and simply notice how your body feels here. Notice the energy in the back, the hips, the legs. We're going to prepare for a supported inversion called waterfall using a block. If you don't have a block, simply stay where you are for now. If you do, go ahead and place your block at its lowest height underneath your sacrum by pressing into the feet and lifting the hips up, making sure your entire pelvis and low back are supported. Feel the back of your head, shoulders, arms, and hands resting against the floor. Allow the palms to be face up. Now, whether you have a block or not, you're going to slowly bring one knee at a time towards your chest and lengthen both legs straight up, making sure the low back feels supported, keeping the knees slightly bent here if you prefer. Immediately notice the blood rushing from your feet and legs, allowing gravity to assist you here. You can imagine there are weights or sandbags resting on the bottoms of the feet, letting the legs become heavier and heavier. Close your eyes if they're not yet closed already, and repeat this affirmation to yourself. I allow myself to surrender and release control. I allow myself to surrender and release control. Notice any sensations, any thoughts. I allow myself to surrender and release control. Slowly start to bend both knees and place both feet back down on the floor. To remove the block, press firmly into your feet to lift the hips and slide the block out from underneath your sacrum. Take a few moments here, lying flat with the knees still bent, allowing the blood to rush back into the legs and feet. And just notice how you feel. With the arms extended alongside the body, lift the knees into the chest. Press into the hands to lift the hips, shifting them over to the right side. And then coming into a supine twist, dropping the knees over to the left side. You can place a pillow or a bolster between the legs here if you wish. Placing your left hand on top of the outside of the right knee, or extending both arms out wide. Bringing your gaze to the left, breathing into this twist. Right hip stacked over the left hip. Closing your eyes and repeating the affirmation. I am grounded and safe. I am grounded and safe. Let your right shoulder and arm become heavy. Soften the jaw and the forehead. I am grounded and safe. With your next breath, gently remove any props, bringing your head back to center, and then bringing both hips back down and both soles of the feet pressed into the mat. Pause here. Place the arms alongside the legs. Press into the hands to lift the hips and shift them over to the left side, dropping the knees over to the right for your supine twist. Placing a pillow or bolster between the legs. Taking your time getting adjusted, extending the arms out wide to open the chest, letting the left shoulder blade become heavy, and repeating this mantra to yourself. embrace my dreams. I embrace my dreams. Breathing space into the low belly. I embrace my dreams. Gently bring your awareness back, removing any props, bringing your head and your hips back to center. Both hips pressed into the floor. Slowly start to extend both legs out in front of you, taking up as much space as you'd like. Let the arms rest alongside your body, palms face up. Preparing for our final resting pose as you gently invite the eyes to close. Let the feet fall out to the sides. Relax the legs, the glutes. Let go of any tension in the upper body. Letting the arms become heavy. Releasing any weight from the shoulders, the back of the neck. Allow the eyelids to become heavy. Unclench the jaw. Soften the face. Repeating the final affirmation. I give myself permission to rest. I give myself permission to rest. Finding a cleansing breath, exhaling where you are. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale out. I give myself permission to rest. Rest here in Shavasana and I'll call you back when it's time. Slowly start to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Beginning to deepen the breath. Wiggle the toes, the fingers, roll the wrists and the ankles. Extend the arms overhead, find a full body stretch. And then bend the knees and roll over onto one side. Keeping the eyes closed or the gaze soft. Begin to gently press yourself up to come into a seated position. And just pausing here for a moment, allowing the stillness from Shavasana to settle into your body. Bring the hands to heart center, pressing the palms together, pressing the thumbs against the chest. Bringing the chin to the chest, finding a slight bow of the head. Namaste.